and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that it is safe to move about the cabin. For your own safety, though, we request that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you're in your seat during this short flight. We'll start our in-flight beverage service shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good evening, everybody, and we're going to try another episode here and see how this works out. I'm Lauren, as usual, and, well, I guess I'm kind of usual. I'm been told I'm abnormal a lot of times, but anyways, I'm Lauren, and my co-hosts will introduce themselves.
I'm Chestermere's fly guy, Doug.
Hi, I'm Lonnie. Welcome back.
Really? That's all? Just Lonnie?
Lonnie. That's all we need. We'll keep it simple. Oh, there we go.
There. Do you feel
And it starts
now? Anyways, tonight, folks, I'm hoping everybody's not too bad hit by the coronavirus. I know that's a lot of drastic changes for a lot of people, and unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more coming before we are through this. A lot of people are thinking that this is going to be just a kind of a 14-day thing, and we're in and out, and we're done. But if you look at what's been happening around the world and the times that they've spent on this, I think we're going to be in this for a long haul. So I hope everybody fares well and that we come out good on the other end.
Yeah, that's for sure. As long as we try to keep healthy, keep our hands clean, keep our social distancing from other people, and let's just stay strong and get through this.
Yeah, that's the only way we're going to get through this. And well, the sooner we lock things down and get the spreading to stop, it'll be that much faster. You're right, yeah. Lauren, it's going to be a long haul.
Sure.
Anyway, tonight we're going to start off the show a little bit with talking about Unifly. I'm not sure if how many people are really up to date on that or was aware of the announcement that happened. There was an announcement on February 26th by NAV Canada, and they were talking about a strategic agreement with Unifly, and I've kind of checked in with my sources and stuff like that to try and get what info I can. Doug's got some information as well.
Right. This is a huge agreement with Canada and NAV Canada. They've signed this agreement with Unifly on February 26th of this year, and it's covering over 18 million square kilometers, which is huge for Canada and for the drone industry. Like, this is a major shift for what we need.
Yeah, and for those that aren't familiar with it, what it is it's a collaboration between NAV Canada and Unifly, and it's a UTM system, or unmanned traffic management system. The U.S. is currently using something similar to that. They're using the LANC system, and to make a long story short, Canada's kind of playing catch up on that a little bit. But I think the Unifly system kind of goes above and beyond it, because depending on how much they implement on this, it's going to, as a drone user or RPAS, whichever you prefer, it's more of an end-to-end system in the fact that the Unifly system will actually allow us complete compliance, which the LANC system doesn't in the U.S. And what I mean by complete compliance is I'm not sure how many people actually are in compliance with having all their logs, whether it's flight logs or their maintenance logs and stuff like that. But their system is capable of doing that. Which
Sorry, Lauren.
Yep, go for it.
Unifly is going to allow us for the airspace regulations to be in the palm of your hand, which is going to be for easy drone tracking and easy electronic ident. It's going to bring us right up to speed. We'll know where we are at all times. It's going to use the drone telematics that's going to get a pinpoint where everybody's at any flying time.
Sorry about that. Did the wrong one.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still learning on this. Anyway, yeah. So, anyways, they've entered into this agreement to come up with a system, and the whole thing that they're looking at probably 18 to 24 months before this comes into fruition and to market, so that us as the end user is going to be able to use it. The other thing that the U.S. is using is called Before You Fly app. It's a pretty good system for them. But more or less, it just lets them know if they are in a legal spot to fly. There's other secondary apps that they use to get their LANC clearance, which basically allows them to fly in controlled airspace. We're kind of lucky in Canada that our controlled airspace is nowhere near as bad as the U.S. And I need a break. Somebody talk.
Well, with
you
being
had some more information on Unifly, right?
pardon?
You had some more info on Unifly?
Yeah, with being a drone operator, you can plan, track, and validate your drone and flights in line with international and local regulations at any time.
Yep.
So that's going to bring things up to speed really quick. Like I said before, it brings the airspace regulations into the palm of your hand. It'll be easy tracking and easy electronic identification. This has been developed in Belgium through air traffic controllers and pilots with a lot of experience. What else? It's using your drone telematics, which is going to be instant updates where you're at 24/7. Like anytime you're flying, you're going to know where you're at.
The only problem that I have with the whole thing, and I'm hopefully we don't go down the rabbit hole that the U.S. is currently, because their proposed regulations is that they've got kind of the three classes of flying that's being proposed, and to fly like we currently do would require you to have an internet connection where you would send your data of both where your drone is as well as yourself to private servers that would be available to the public. And personally, that just brings up so many red flags. I don't care if somebody sees where I'm flying, but knowing where I am as the pilot, that's just not a good thing. And not only that, but with a third-party server, that's going to incur additional costs that you're going to have to pay for as a pilot. And then the other thing, some people don't believe me, and I'm talking to some people down east, but when I tell them that I want to go flying up in Kananaskis and stuff, when I say we've got no internet up there, and they go, well, don't be crazy. There's cell signal everywhere. Well, maybe where you live, but not in my neck of the woods.
Correct.
So I'm kind of hoping that we don't end up going down that rabbit hole. But anyway, going on, unless you guys have got something you want to continue.
When is this released now, or when will this be released? Any idea?
As I said, we're looking at 18 to 24 months before the rollout is what they're tentatively planning now. So we'll have to wait and see. Timelines could change because this agreement just got signed, 2-3 weeks ago.
Right.
So it's still very much in its infancy.
Yeah. Nav Canada is going to go through it too and make sure everything's up to code for Alberta,
absolutely,
for Canadian regulations, and
yeah,
make sure it's all to spec.
Yeah.
Within the regulations of cars.
From the Nav Canada end of things, like the authorities can manage their local airspace because you'll be available. And again, the part of this that worries me is, well, how are they going to know if I'm available if I don't have a cell signal, right?
Right.
So that again is kind of a thing that bothers me. But from the drone end or the user end of our thing, it's kind of nice because you've got your maps and data and, real time.
Do you think they're going to do a full-on release of this when they go to release it, or are they going to do like our light release where we're going to try it out for a little bit and then get back and see if we can work all the bugs out of it, or is this going to be a full-on let's go and then hope for the best? Sure.
But I've thrown my name in the ring to be a beta tester if they want one.
Okay.
Now, whether that'll happen or not, who knows?
I hope they do like a light, soft opening of this just to get it working and get the kinks worked out of it, because it could be a disaster right off the start if we've got some of the wrong things going that we don't need, or
absolutely. They'd have to do a soft like beta testing with people. Right. Otherwise, to make a long story short, it'll be disaster if they roll this out and it didn't work.
We've seen before when they've released stuff too soon and what happens.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nothing good.
So now you guys are going to fill dead air here for a second because I'm going to make some changes. And I think you know what it is, and I hope you know what it is. But and then I'm going to present that. Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
Sorry. Dang.
You were getting questioned on this last night. And you didn't say anything, so I was thinking all day what it was going to be, and there was a guy from the States last night asking you on the other forum you're on what was going on. So this is going to be the big announcement for tonight.
Actually, what's real funny, I got to tell you what happened on Monday night, because I was on another broadcast on Monday night, and it was really kind of hilarious because there's people actually from all over the world that was tuning into this one. The one guy from Ireland, and it was real funny because he had apparently had recognized my name, and he said, are you the guy that's running this and that? And I said, yeah, I am. And he says, you, sir, are a rock star. And I'm going, what? This guy's from Ireland. Like, huh? And he says, yeah, you're creating quite a stir up here, and you've got a lot of fans. And I'm going, what did I do? And apparently it's our other group, the Drones for Good International. There's a lot of people who are interested in that. And I said, well, get them to sign up then.
The Drones for Good group has really grown in the last 2 to 3 weeks. You can see the numbers are really climbing.
Yep.
And we're getting people from all over the world joining. That's what's really impressive. It's not just a local thing here in Calgary or Alberta. It's worldwide now.
Worldwide, and that was the intent of it. When we started this up, is that we're going to do a worldwide, and then on June, the first Sunday of June, we'll try and keep that typical, and we'll do a fly every year, and we'll see how many people we can get up in the air. Like this is
like I say, good. I'm honestly would be I'd honestly be just flabbergasted if we got 1,000 people the first year global, right? That would be so nice.
Does anybody know what a world record would be to have that many drones up in the air at one time?
Well, what was it, Lonnie? 2 years ago, they had 40,000.
Well, yeah, the International Drone Day, they figured about 40,000 participants had signed up, and that was from around the world. There was teams everywhere. So, I mean, let's beat it.
I'm wondering if we could do some sort of Facebook Live where we could actually get even just for our group here in Calgary, a record number that we could set and try to beat every year.
That would be kind of cool, yeah.
It would be something.
We could do that. I guess players and members could do that anywhere. Mm-hmm. They can make their own teams, that's kind of what the other group was doing too, right? They were somebody from Calgary would step up and be the team leader, and everybody would sign up under him, and he would arrange the event and media and all that stuff. And it worked well.
That would be fantastic if we could do something like that. Get a picture and even a live Facebook, even if we can do it for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, just to get it on and recorded. That would be quite the event.
Anyway, on to the big news tonight.
I hope we have a drum roll or something for this, Lauren.
Oh, dang, I don't have the sound effect for that one. I'll have to get that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks to our member Ian Turner. He has just done an awesome job. He's designed us a new logo, and not only that, but he's also designed us a entirely new web page. I've just updated the link in the announcements in the group, and you can either go through the link, or we're actually available now at Calgary Drone Group, all one word, at calgarydronegroup.ca. Once again, I really, really want to thank Ian Turner for the work that he's done on this. He did an outstanding job. We collaborated a little bit on it, but for the most part, I honestly got to say that this is all his baby. He's done just a great job on it. I'm just going to go through just a little bit of it here.
That looks fantastic.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But we've got pretty much all the other stuff that we had there. Ian's even taken the initiative, and he's done a nice job. He's added the maintenance section that we didn't have in there before. He's added the tutorials back in, and resources. I think we had most of that in there already. The contact information, you hit that, and what you'll end up getting is that contact will actually automatically send me an email. So if you've got any concerns or suggestions or whatever, that's great. Feel free to give us a shout out whenever you need to, within reason. Okay. But it's Ian's done just a awesome job on that. Once again, thank you very much, Ian. I appreciate that. Check it out when you get a chance, and it's something that's going to be a very big asset to our group.
Yeah, it sure looks professional, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Ian did just a top-notch guy, but I'm not going to blow his horn too much. But
he deserves it.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it. Yeah. That's a lot of work.
Only today, though.
But he does professional web design as part of what he does. So I wouldn't expect anything less from. Sorry, Ian, but you're good. You've done a great job. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And now off to the miscellaneous stuff. Let's get out of that. And no, I don't want to be the main thing. Ugly mug as it is. Now, another announcement I got, which is absolutely has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but I'm thinking that we probably shouldn't be doing a whole lot of group flies. It might be risky.
Let's give it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even 2 weeks. Let's see what comes out here in the next couple of weeks. The social distancing, just stay away from everybody, let everybody stay healthy, and make sure we can get past this. Even if that means flying your Mini off your back deck or wherever you can, just keep your flight hours up, keep practicing.
Yeah.
And then when we get back together, then we can show each other what we've learned and tell stories of where we've flown and what's been going on.
Well, it's funny, on the show last night, actually it was the pre-show before we went live, we were talking about this, and I said, well, when I go up in the mountains and I'm flying by myself, is that not self-isolation?
Oh, for sure it is.
Yes. Right
So
there.
I'm
Lonnie, you got some really nice shots there in the background.
Yeah.
Those are from a lot of our fly days, boys.
Yeah. That is, I recognize that spot.
That was first place you and I went flying, Lauren.
Yep, it was. It was. Fun day. You guys interested in probably, I'm going to go 4 weeks from now. We propose our first group fly.
Sure, that sounds good.
No,
if things change, we can always move it up a date, but let's shoot for a month from now.
Yeah. And again, we can always revisit it then, how things are, if things start to settle down. Not only that, but we're going to be more into spring then, and the weather's going to be a little bit more conducive on that.
A little warmer.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have no choice, but I got to fly on Saturday. Darn.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, isn't it, Lauren?
Yeah.
Weather looks good out there, so I think I'm probably going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see how it is. I might just fly off my back deck with the Mini and scoot around, boot around, just trying to keep my flight hours up, keep in practice, try not to do anything crazy, just to get up and keep going.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you, but what I did last year was absolutely crazy, the amount of flying that I did, because I didn't really realize it until I went over my flight logs. But last year I did 521 flights.
Holy smokes.
Busy boy.
Yeah, unfortunately, busy.
What happens when you retired?
Yeah.
You can fly from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Well, you can, but actually the biggest problem I have is after you fly for a while, it's like finding a new place to fly, because if you fly the same thing over and over again, it's kind of it's boring, right?
Yeah. You want to see something new.
But I'm just trying to keep my flight hours up. So even if it is after work, I zip down to the end of the lake. I've got a clear zone there. I can go back and forth. I can burn up 3-4 batteries and, try to zip around, try different things, go up, take a different picture. The seasons have always been changing. We've had no snow. We've had snow. It's been melting. So it's always changing for photography. But I just want to keep my flight hours up just to stay current and not hit anything.
Yeah, believe it or not, flying is a perishable skill.
Great place. That's a great place to fly, Lauren. Ian.
Yeah,
been there a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, because I find like even just slowing down for the winter, where you're not flying as much, it takes a while to get the cobwebs off.
Yes.
Well, I was flying my Spark just because I had it in the basement, but after a while, it's like I can only land on my kids' toys so many times and fly and not hit the TV. So, get out and get in the fresh air where it's a lot more fun and entertaining.
Oh yeah. On that note, a little bit of insider information. Sounds like they might be delaying the new drone, not the M300. The M300. Not sure that's probably going to be end of April, but the new Mavic, which we're calling the Mavic Air 2, sounds like it might not be out till June or July. And the words that I kind of heard were, there's no sense in throwing a party if nobody's going to show up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all the coronavirus thing. So
yeah.
But
well, let's hope it's early June.
Yeah, I hope.
If we get an early June, that means that it's looking a lot better out there.
Well, like I said, nothing's set in stone yet, because I've heard that they also might do a staged release, where they might release it in certain parts of the world at different times than others.
I'm not in favor of that.
And unfortunately, we ride on the coattails of the U.S.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was going to say. We're going to see all the guys in the States flying them and get all their information, and we won't have it.
Yeah.
So that doesn't interest me at all. Do it all at once or do it not at all.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to my sources and say, hey, why don't you release it in Canada and let the U.S. follow us for a change? Yeah, you got it.
Can you imagine Tuesday night's video chat when that happened?
Oh
yeah.
I don't know if you heard that. No, you didn't hear that, or did you? that comment that they made is about I had to sneak off just to go accept my new Mavic Air.
Yeah,
right?
you're sharing KA.
NDA, buddy, NDA.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, you guys that are watching, if you got a question, throw it in there or a comment or something. Let us know that you're live at least. I hate to think we're rambling on for a whole bunch of nothing. But anyway, so I'm going flying Saturday. I'm not sure about anybody else. I've kind of made a commitment, and I'm gotta do it. Damn.
I kind of said to the wife and kids, maybe we'll go out for a drive on Saturday just to get everybody out of the house and looking at these four walls and the windows, and maybe get some fresher air. And I don't know, maybe
that was my thoughts too. I mean, the weather looks pretty good for the weekend and stuff, and it comes down to self quarantining yourself for 14 days. So I mean, sure, you'll be able to do something with your mini out the backyard or something, but it's probably a good opportunity to get out and get something else done.
Yeah, it's nice just to hit a different location for a little bit and just get out and see something different.
Yep. Out west of the city for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go west. I might just go east for a bit just to get everybody out and get them moving, and maybe go down to the top of the hill at McKinnon Flats and see what's happening out there.
Yeah.
I don't think I won't be able to get down there, but at least we can go to the top of the hill and we can look around and see what's going on.
It's funny, I was out there on Monday in that general area. I was probably maybe within a mile of McKinnon Flats there, and it was real funny because I'd be at -5, good enough to fly. Drive a kilometer was -15, right? And then, but the worst thing was that it was freaking windy out there Monday. I come to town and it wasn't bad, but out there it was like, holy crap, the wind was just, it was probably at least 40-kilometer-an-hour winds.
We had to go down to Lethbridge a couple of weeks ago, and going down that way, that they went from -25 to +15 all the way down. So I don't know if it was the wind changes or what's coming off the mountains, but the amount of temperature change was unbelievable, and wind.
Yeah. And the other thing that was kind of on my mind on that, sometime I want to organize a real big fly day.
I know what you're talking about.
No, not actually that one. Just the ghost town. Just the ghost town part.
Okay.
But that's kind of going to be
whereabouts?
It's kind of an endurance run, and I don't think most people would go for that one. But I think a lot of people would be interested in doing the ghost town, because how often do you get to fly a ghost town?
Yeah.
And
the other endurance run, I think that would shock our American friends of all the.
Oh, absolutely!
From the Badlands to the prairies to mountains.
Yeah.
Like
all in one day. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, within a 4-hour drive or 5-hour drive, what we can see and what we can do would probably blow their minds.
Oh, no kidding. Well, it's funny because when I told Bill, that within an hour I can be in Badlands, or I can be in the plains, or I can be in the mountains, and like I don't know if you've been to Florida or not, but there's not much for terrain there.
Well, in Miami and at Fort Lauderdale, you've got asphalt and you've got Everglades. Yeah. Or the ocean on each side. So
no.
For them to see the Badlands and then also see the mountains, and if you can do it within a couple hours, I think they would be pretty excited to see something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been a delightful half hour. If this keeps up, we might have to extend this.
Yeah, the half hour has flown by.
And I'm hoping that people come up with ideas and post them on what you'd like to hear, what you'd like to talk about. I've got a few things that I'm kind of got in mind for another show, maybe talking about aircraft maintenance and or logs and things like that. There's lots, but it'd be nice to know what people want to hear. So
sure.
If you've got ideas, folks, post them in the group there, and we'll see what we can do about making you a happy camper.
Yeah. Any questions, get them down there so we can either research them or figure them out or get them answered.
Absolutely. So, in the meantime and in between time, I hope everybody stays safe and happy and healthy.
Yeah, keep your hands clean, get them washed, and keep your social distancing going.
Yes.
And until the next time.
See you guys later.
Have a good night.
Good night.